Good afternoon, folks, and thanks for joining us. This is Kicking It with Tim and the Mechanic. I'm Tim. He's the mechanic. Brandon Cuttino, how you doing today, sir?
Doing good, man. Another day. Get to talk kickboxing. You know, it's a great day then.
Man, it's been a busy few weeks in the kickboxing world. We had some big glory shows. We had Rise over the weekend. We are continuously the #1 rated show on the Fighters First Network, and we are hot sellers on the Fighters First Network as well. Make sure to check it out. Link in bio and all that. But we got some hot stuff coming up this week as well to preview some kickboxing and kick sport action. Brandon, tell the people what they got going on. What do we got upcoming here?
Well, first off, coming up is the 162 show coming up. I got a good I want to say acquaintance of mine, a gentleman who I've been on many kickboxing shows with, and that's Jonathan DeBella, fighting for the title there. I can't remember what title is it because they changed their weight classes.
Vacant. Weight. Yeah, I think this is the vacant straw weight because it was vacated by the former champion, and then they kind of didn't do anything with it. But yeah, Jonathan DeBella. Yeah. Go on.
Yeah, I'm happy because I want to say I think he signed with one in like 2020, and I think this is his first fight with them. Yeah. I know. I mean, but see, at least with DeBella, I know he's been staying busy because I think he did a couple of boxing fights to keep himself active.
He did too.
Yeah, exactly. So like, I'm really looking forward to this fight. Like I said, I was on Glory 55 with Jonathan DeBella on the undercard. I was the first fight of the prelims. He was the main event. And like I said, I've been on several cards. Good guy, dad's real chill, real cool as well. Good family. I mean, the dude is fast, man. Man's got fast hands. So I mean, you already know who I'm picking. I'm picking my guy, Jonathan DeBella. I think he will be your new one strawweight champion. Like I said, man, the dude is just smart, has good precision, good accuracy, and like I said, his hand speed is it's something. It's something.
Oh yeah, he's winning fights. So Jonathan DeBella, for a little bit of context, this may be his debut in one championship, but he's no stranger to kick sport in any way. This is he deserves to maybe be fighting for that championship in one. He's undefeated in professional boxing. He's undefeated in kickboxing, and like you said, fast hands, fast feet. He is a quick fighter. He's getting knockdowns from things like check left hooks. Like he's a good technician of the sport. His hand speed is notable. His hand speed is impressive. However, the guy he's fighting, Zhang, hand speed is the only thing that we talk about. This guy is digging to the body with these like lightning fast combinations. He's an 18-year-old phenom who's undefeated in one championship at this point. Won his first fight via TKO very quickly. He's training alongside Takuru. He's at Tiger Muay Thai. He's traveling around to all these different places and training with people. This kid, it's so hard to be like, yeah, his opponent has fast hands. Zhang has like unrealistically fast hands. You know what I mean? He's a super talent, isn't he?
Yes. Like I said, I think this is definitely the probably the #1 fight to probably really watch this weekend. I mean, even all the shows we're going to talk about, I think this is probably the #1 kickboxing fight because, like I said, you got two young studs. Like that's what they are. Man. Both guys are studs. They're young, and I think it's going to be a great. I think it could be a fight. I want to say a fight of the night, fight of the weekend, a type of fight.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be an absolute banger. Zhang versus Jonathan DeBella for the vacant strawweight kickboxing championship. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I just even squaring it up, like Zhang wants to be the third champion from China in one championship history. That's a really cool thing. He's 18 years old. Is Jonathan DeBella? Jonathan DeBella is a young man as well, but is his time limited? Even if you beat Zhang today, is Zhang going to be back in 2 years to beat you up? Yeah. Are we just
Yeah, I mean, like we should see. I mean, dude, they could be the guys. They could be the strawweight version of a Morocco Gorian and Sidichai, where they could be fighting like 5 times.
No, it's going to be an awesome one. I'm really looking forward to that one. I just don't know how else to square it up. You got fast counter left hooks versus fast combinations to the body. Just all around, these two are very good fighters. I don't think is there anything else I need to add for this one?
Nah, man. I just want to tell people, hey, man, make sure you tune in and get your popcorn ready.
Now we got some different stuff going on because on Tapology we have some fights that I think were canceled. Like I think the Nikki Holskin fight was canceled. Yep. I think the Sidichai fight was also canceled, which is too bad.
Well, I was gonna say the Sidichai fight actually got moved to the next night to the Prime show.
Oh, so it's just the next day. They delayed it a whole 24 hours. Not even 20. They delayed it 12 hours. That's it. Wait, do you know why? That's not even that much further on.
Yeah, no, it just basically said that it just got moved. I'm sorry, I just got my notes here. It just basically said that it just been moved to the Prime Video 3 card, and how Russo will now face Islam Murtasev in a lightweight kickboxing showdown because Nicky Holzkin, had to pull out because of injury.
Man, Nicky Holzkin, he is in fight years like 85 years old. Yeah. How much more time does Holzkin have at this point?
I mean, dude. I mean, you look at the guys like, man, I want to say like, Peter Arts, man, freaking Jerome LeBanner's still fighting out here, like,
man, Jerome LeBanner shouldn't be though. Jerome LeBanner.
I mean, that is true, but I mean, hey, man, you look at Melvin Manoff, man, he just retired at what, 48, you know. So I mean, to me, man, dude, the kickboxing guys, man, they can go for a while. I mean, especially too in kickboxing too. Like sometimes those guys will stop, take like years off, and next you know, like, oh hey, you know what, I'm gonna fight one more time. Like, yeah. That's how they do it.
There is a little bit of wisdom in like, if I take a couple years off and heal my injuries and whatever, I can take 2 years off and then come back. And a lot of fighters come back looking quite good. Like Manny Pacquiao was one of those guys. Like like after he got knocked out, he took time off and didn't get knocked out again. Anyway, moving forward down the card, we do have Jimmy Benoit of France, the multiple-time world champion in Muay Thai. He's going to be fighting Nicholas Larson, who we saw getting knocked out in his last fight. This is a really fun matchup. This is a really fun one in Muay Thai. It's a high-stakes matchup. Both guys are at the top of the division. Both ones coming off losses to the guys who were just fighting in the title. But yeah, it's a really fun fight. It's a fun European Muay Thai scrap. I do think Jimmy Benoit, with things like size, veteranship, he's really quite strong in the clinch. I do see Jimmy winning this one. But what do you think of this one, Mr. Cuttino?
I think Jimmy Benoit is going to win this one all the way. Like I said before, man, when Larson made his debut, I didn't think Muay Thai was for him. Especially with the 4 rounds gloves, and you saw what happened to him with the 4 rounds gloves. He got put to sleep. So I'm kind of thinking the same thing might happen this time around. Like I said, I think he really should be more on the kickboxing side. I think kickboxing is better suited for him. But I mean, hey, well, we shall see what happens, come fight night. But I think Jimmy's gonna take care of business.
Yeah, he's just so much more experienced. I think, the thing is with Jimmy Benoit, he's one of the more talented people in that weight class in Muay Thai. I think the one championship struggles because he's, you want people who get on the mic and talk. You want Fabricio Andrades and people like this. Jimmy Benoit is a tough interview. I mean? Even Nicholas Larson is amazing to talk to. He's a vibrant interviews, but Benoit is a businessman. He is there to beat people up and not talk to anybody. Anyway.
That man.
Anything else on 1162 that we need to cover off?
I think wasn't there one more? No, that's Jimmy. Oh yeah. I mean, on the prelims, there's a flyweight Muay Thai fight between Tagir Karlov and Dennis Purick.
Man, I like Dennis Purick. Like he's from Canada.
Yeah, I like Dennis. Say that.
Yeah, he was like a Bosnian refugee, moved to Canada when he was a young child, picked up kick fighting. I think he's won Taekwondo World Championship, stuff like that. And I like him. I wanted him to get a win in one championship, got beat up in his last fight, and then they gave him to Tagir Karlov. Like they just don't want Dennis to win. I feel bad.
Hey, man. Yeah. I mean, they are giving them tough fights, but I mean, hey, this is what we're in. This is what we're in, man. We signed up. We signed up for it. This is how the cookie crumbles sometimes. So, I mean, hey, like I said, I will be rooting for your guy as well. I saw that fellow. He's a Canadian. North America up here. So I was gonna be rocking with him, but it will be a tough one. But that doesn't mean that he can't get the job done.
Yeah, no, exactly. He is a super talent. I mean, losing in his last fight to Kabutov, there's no shame in that. He's one of the top Muay Thai fighters currently active. But yeah, Tagir Karlov, just tons of international experience. But yeah, Puric is going to have to dig deep to win this one to really keep his place in one. Like Puric came in calling out rod tanging people like this. Like he won at the highest levels. Let's put some wins together. He's not far away from a title if he beats someone like Karlov. Anyway, Let's move forward on one on championship, one every time. I can type it, but I can never say it. One on Prime Video 3. This one's headlined by a bantamweight show. You know what's great? Actually, we won't cover that. No MMA. People will get pissed off at us, even though it's a good one. In the co-main event, you have the kickboxing world champion fighting for the inaugural Muay Thai championship. You have Rekian Ursel. He's a Surinamese Dutch fighter. He's going to be fighting the Thai knockout man, Sinsumat Kilmi. Sinsumat, he's got power. All of his uncles and cousins and everyone in his family did Muay Thai. He even went to the military, and then he was in the national boxing team, and he was in Olympic trials for boxing. So that's where the power in his hands comes from, and you see it in his career. This guy packs power. You can very quickly catch up on all of his one championship fights because he keeps knocking everybody out so quickly and so cleanly. Recky and Ursel is a warrior, is a tough fighter. This guy can fight the full time. He doesn't give up if he's knocked down. He is a world champion for a reason. I think this is such a fun matchup. This is a great one for the inaugural Muay Thai title. Brandon, what do you see in this one?
Yeah, no, I like how Ursel thinks, man. You know, he's got one belt. He's like, yo, let me get another belt in another discipline. You know, I'm all for it. You know, I mean, just like you talked about, you know, his opponent is Clemmy, right? That's how you say it, Clemmy? Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah,
I could be wrong. Yeah. I might be wrong.
I mean, because I want to say, isn't Clemmy the one who also fought Nicky Holskin and put him out, right? Yeah, exactly. You know, because that was Nicky Holskin's first fight with the 4-ounce gloves. So I want to say the same things happened with Ursel as well. Coming down 4-ounce gloves, said the man's got the power that can change things, you know. But I think I'm still gonna rock Ursel because, like I said, man, dude, he's been on a tear. Was he on like 12 fight win streak, something like that?
Fighting nothing but contenders world, like every fight out, he is fighting a top rate contender. Yeah, he's fought the best of the best out there.
Yeah, I mean, eventually, hey man, your time will come. But I'm gonna rock with Ursel. Like I said, I mean, he wanted this fight. He is the champ. You know, I think he will be able to pull it off. Like I said, I don't think this will be a finish. I could probably see this being all 5 rounds because we know Ursel's tough. He's durable. So and like I say, and kill me like you said, man, he's a tough individual as well, and he's gonna come. I think he could bring it. Like I said, I think this fight will go all 5 rounds.
Yeah, it's going to be a banger of a match. I can see that. Like Ricky and Ursel has had some really exciting fights. His last one against Aryan Sadalkovic was one of the best fights of the year. Like that's going to be top 5 kickboxing bouts of the year kind of thing. Now he's fighting the knockout artist Sinsmut, and this is going to be a banger. And like you said, so I was talking to him about this on air. And one championship was watching, and I was like, "It's your first fight in small gloves?" And he says, "No, I took one kickboxing fight in small gloves." And it wasn't a Muay Thai fight. He said I did a kickboxing fight in small gloves. And even one championship PR was like, I don't recall that. But okay. So I guess he has experience in small gloves, but not in Muay Thai. But yeah, so we'll see. We'll see how it goes. It's a really fun one either way. Recky and Ursel is awesome. He's looking to make history. It's a 2-sport champion, which I believe only a few people have done. I want to say Stamp Fairtex did it as a 2-sport world champion. And was it like Capitan or something like that? I think I'm forgetting someone very important right now.
And was it? No, it wasn't Rotang. Rotang didn't do anything.
No, he wasn't a kicky boy. Let me check there. All right, everyone, just hang on a minute. Just let me figure it out. It's more important that I do this.
Yeah. I mean, also too, the only thing I think about too was Ursel. I was like, oh yeah, this Muay Thai fight, man. I'm like, he's got to be wary of those elbows.
Yeah, that's a new factor to him. That's a brand new factor.
You know, because like because like you say, you know, he did a kickboxing fight with the small ounce gloves, but you know, there was no elbow still in kickboxing, but in Muay Thai you could throw elbows. So I mean, I think he's got to be wary of that. Oh
yeah, it's going to be a new fight for him, and fighting someone in the small gloves with more power, it's going to be a fun one. It was Same Kickin to get out. It's one of those like all-time greats just quickly forget about. Anyway, let's move on to the Flyweight Muay Thai World Grand Prix final. Boy, you and I were excited for this whole tournament, and then we're here with Superlek made it to the final. That was the guy I think we all picked. We have the Rodtang replacement in Pan Payak. It's a great fight. It is a really good fight. I'm not wavering on this. Superlek will get the gold that he deserves. And this is, okay, I'm just reading off the ONE FC website. Superlek and Pampiak is the current matchup that they have listed here. That might have been canceled while we're talking about it. I have no idea. But anyway, that's the fight that we're talking about. Superlek versus Pampiak. What do you see in this one?
No, like you say, man, I think Superlek is going to get the job done. Like I said, I think he's the better fighter. I think he has the more tools, the more skills to get his hand raised. And then after that, we'll see what happens. Because then, you know, we saw what's going on with. I guess he's not happy really with the way how one has been treating him. So I mean, the man could get the belt, and then he could drop it in the trash and say deuces, I'm out.
Yeah, and honestly, as a prize fighter, there's nothing wrong with that. Go in, win the tournament. You never have to work with that organization ever again. You will have that gold, you'll have that belt, you'll have the trophy on your record forever. And you don't have to stay with them. That's not a big deal. I mean, one championship has been arguing with one of the main gyms in Thailand right now. And help me out off the top of my head, I forget right now.
Oh man, those names of those gyms are always so long. I was going to P.
Oh, yeah. Pet Yindi. Like what? Yeah, Pet Yindi. Like they've been fighting with Pet Yindi. So like if you're going to do Muay Thai, you definitely need to function with one of the top 3 biggest gyms in the entire nation. But yeah, hopefully one championship can settle things with all of their Thai fighters and keep Thai fighters in one championship Muay Thai. But yeah, I don't know. Things are kind of all over the place right now. So we'll see what happens.
because captains in that mix, because I think it was 6 fighters.
Yeah, it's Capitan. It was Patch Morakot. Petchdam, like yeah, there's like these are all notable fighters in your Muay Thai division. Yeah, hopefully they smooth things over. You know, you show up with a boatload of money, people will shut up.
Yeah.
We also have on the card for kick fighting, you have flyweight Muay Thai between Amir Nazari is going to be taking on Taiki Naito. That's a good one. We also have Asa Tenpao from the US. He's going to be fighting the former top contender Mehdi Zatut, which is, I mean, these are both great matchups. These are on the undercard. This will be free to watch. I believe the undercard will be on YouTube before switching to Prime Video. Those are great fights. Those 2 fights, anything you want to call out on those ones?
Yeah, Asa Tenpao, like I said, I knew him from Glory. I thought he was doing bing things in Glory, and then of course, got shut down. Pandemic happened. The next thing I know, he went over to MMA. I had thought maybe he was doing it. He was just doing that. I guess to just stay busy. And the next thing you know, I kind of thought Glory would have brought him back, but instead, one signed him. And now he's gonna make his one debut, and he's gonna do Muay Thai, which I believe Muay Thai is actually where he started out before he went to Glory Kickboxing. So I'm kind of eager to see him in the. I mean, well, I want to say he's used to the 4-ounce glove since he was doing MMA fights. Yep. So and now too, he go back to his normal Muay Thai again. Asa Tenpao, somebody else, kind of like John DeBella, has good combinations, good hand speed. So I'm looking forward to seeing how he does.
Yeah, Asa Tenpao, I interviewed him for BeyondKickboxing.com. That'll be up later this week, or BeyondKick.com. That'll be up later this week. But yeah, he said he likes the small gloves. He prefers fighting in the small gloves. Small glove Muay Thai just plays to his game. He's got boxing, kickboxing, MMA, and Muay Thai experience. He started in Sanshao. Like Kung Lee was the guy he looked up to. Like he's been around for a minute. He knows what he's about, and he said he's coming into one championship looking for all 3 titles. Dude, do it. Like that's a big deal there. And you're starting out with Mehdi Zatut. Oh, dude, like that's a big one to start out with. Mehdi Zatut is no joke. That's like they either really respect you, they give you a top contender, one of these guys who's top 5 in the division. You can tell how much matchmaking respects a person based on who they give you. They give a Mehdi Zatut for a debut fight. Oh, that's a big one right there. So we're expecting big things from Asa Tenpao, or else he'll be on the wall of shame next week. Anything else we need to cover off on these 1161 and one on Prime Video 3?
Oh yeah, we just totally forgot. Like we just mentioned it, but of course, yes, Sidichai will be fighting that night as well. Because remember, his fight got moved. So of course, rocking out with Sidichai, Killer Kid over here, man, gonna get the job done most likely. Just left leg kick, I'm sure, of death, and just go from there.
Man, I can't believe how young Sidichai is. You know what I mean? He's fighting Muhammad Batasa. That is a tall order. Muhammad Batasa is really good. That's a big deal. At least that's what I'm seeing here, right? Like that's a big one there. He's fought in Enfusion. He's fought in one championship. He just beat David Curia. Batasa is a really big deal. I think he was a champion in Enfusion before. Sidichai, though, like the way that we talk about him is like a Nikki Holtzkin of like you're at the tail point of your career. You need to take a little break here. You're probably in your mid 50s. And it just feels that way because Sidichai has been around forever. Like he was a Glory champion. He was competing in one championship. He's competed all over the world. He is 127 wins in his career. He's about the same age as me. He's a young man. 31.
Like to me,
go ahead.
To me, man, Sidichai is. To me, man, I want to say, man, the dude's top 3 in the lightweight division. To me, it's him, Superbon, and you want to go if you can either go with Petrosian, like everybody still likes to say, or you can go with
Yep.
Gregorian. There you go.
Yeah, well, Merrick Gregorian. Took me a second.
You know, either like one of those guys. But to me, man, Sidichai, Superbon are your top two guys. Everybody else after that, you know, you can flip a coin. I mean, like I said, we'll have to see in Superbon's next title fight. You know what's going on because Alaziz Ching Li.
Yeah, Shingi's Alazov.
Yeah, Alazov. There you go. Like I said, I mean, he will have something to say about it, but you know, we shall see.
Yeah, they booked the fight, and I forget what exactly happened. I was on vacation, so I was like, oh, just don't worry about it. But yeah, Shingi's Alazov and Superbon, we want to see it. This is so good. And like, Sidichai is still very good fighter. Like, even though he had close fights with guys like Tamanchai and Typhoon, and then he had close fights with David Curia. And then he got beat by Shingi's Alazov via decision. Like, no shame in any of that stuff. We're talking about one of the most competitive divisions in the world. You're fighting the top 5 guys in that division. There's no shame in dropping those decisions or having a close decision win. There's no issue with that at all. Even Superbon, like, again, like, you fought to a decision against Superbon at a time when it really did matter. So I don't, even though he might be out of his prime now, you're still so talented that you can keep fighting for another 5 years and still be in that mix. But yeah, he can even make a run for the title with the right wins, right? And Muhammad Bottas has a good win on his record.
Yeah, like that. I mean, I'm anytime Sidichai's fighting, I'm always down to watch.
Absolutely. Looking forward a little bit. We got some exciting stuff going on. We had Rise this past weekend with Kazuki Osaki winning the World Championship and some other amazing fight. Now, check out the Rise card. I have heard it's amazing. Personally, I have not watched it at this point due to time zone issues and stuff like that. But if you get a chance to watch the Rise World Series 2022 from the October 15th, that's a great fight card. Make sure to check that out. We also have Enfusion on October 22nd. This is Enfusion 113. And this main event is super good. This is the middleweight tournament final between Khalid El Bakouri fighting Kevin Van Heckeren. Yes. This is such a good one because doing tape study for this one, this is a banger of a matchup. Both of these guys are forward facing. They're always moving in their fights. They're aggressive fighters. They're combination strikers. They both kind of represent that traditional. Kevin is quite they're both traditional Dutch style fighters. Right. You know what I mean? They've trained under different suits, but you kind of end up with, I think Kevin is very technical. Khalid is very aggressive and never quitting. There's a few other folds I want to talk about, but in this Enfusion 113 main event, what do you see in it? Who do you have? What's going on?
I'm going to go with, his nickname. I'm going to go with Louis, aka Kevin over here. Like I said, I think to me, man, a technical fighter should always be an aggressive fighter. So that's why I'm going with Louis. Like I said, I think you're right. He is the more technical fighter.
Yeah.
But hey, man, you get caught with a shot, you're rocked. And saying your opponent's aggressive, they can pounce on you and get you out of there. That can happen. You know what I'm saying? Both guys have power. Both guys can stop you. Both guys can drop you. But again, I'm gonna go with like I said, you said it. You said it nicely to say one's technical, one's aggressive. Like I said, I'm gonna lean towards the more technical fighter. Like I said, I think I will be your tournament winner.
Yeah, Kevin, Louis is just so technical, and you can just like count his combinations. You can set your watch to his combinations, kind of thing. I'm just like 1-2 kick, 1-1-2 kick. This is like bam, bam, bam. This guy is so fast. He's tight in his combinations. He keeps it all right close to his chest. If you are teaching kickboxing to a class, you can put on his video and just like, hey, this is what you guys should look like right now. However, the twin, Khalid El Bakouri, I'm not going to pick against him. This guy has never say die. He was knocked on the ground and beat up by Robin Kirik for like what felt like an hour and a half. I think it was 3 minutes, and then rallied back and scored a knockdown of his own in the next round because he's quick with the opportunities. He'll play defensive, he'll play aggressive, and when the opportunity comes, he's throwing those jumping knees. Like, this is what makes it such a good fight. This is such a good fight that there are different folds going on in it. I think overall in their career, I think Khalid El Bakouri has fought maybe better competition. However, it doesn't mean that he's beating better competition. He's just has experience against maybe better fighters on the way up. Again, it's not beating them. But man, this is a great fight. This is a really good fight. I'm really looking forward to it. This is on October the 22nd from Germany, Enfusion 113. You also have a few other stuff going on. You got lightweight fight, heavyweight fight. Who else do you want to talk about on this one?
Man, what was it? Oh, yeah. I think it was the lightweight fight. The caveman Marcel Ver versus Kareem Alous. Again, man, it's another. I guess you want to say Moroccan versus Dutch, the Netherlands fight. And again, I mean, we got a nickname called the Caveman.
Yeah, I know.
Two things. Either one, you fight like a caveman, or you just look like a caveman. And in this photo, I mean, the man does have a beard, but But again, I think that is another fight that people should pay attention to. I think it's going to be a barn burner as well.
Man, he's coming off a couple of losses. Yeah, I love the nicknames. We got Pirate King, you got the Caveman. What was the other one? Gorilla, the Punisher, the Tank, the Fox. These are great nicknames. The Pirate King is one of the best nicknames I've ever seen. But yeah, Enfusion always brings it. They also have their Enfusion talent cards attached to it as well. So make sure to check out Enfusion as well. Anything else we should cover off before we move on to the cute stuff?
No. Again, to me, man, and to me, Enfusion just always puts out card after card after card. That's always good. Saying they always got somebody on that you can keep your eye on. And then you can just follow their career from there.
Both guys in the main event are coming off knockout wins in their most recent fight. Like it's a great one. Anyway, let's get to Miyu. This is on Krush 142, which will be on the 28th of October from Japan. This is Miyu Sugawara will be looking to defend her atomweight championship against Chan Lee. I've been a Miyu follower for since I started, a couple of years back covering the sport. I don't think there's a fight that you could pair her up that I wouldn't pick her in. She's great. Karate-based fighter and looks like a karate-based fighter every time she fights. Lots of great straight kicks. Side kicks are a specialty. But what do you think, Brandon? What do you see in this one?
So to me, man, this fight is straight up for Miyu. This fight's for the champion. You look at her opponent now. You just go by her opponent's record. She's a 500 fighter. She's 7-7, and I think maybe one draw. And you're getting a title shot. This seems like as we would say in professional wrestling, this is a talent enhancer.
I don't know what that means. What does that mean?
So basically means that this person right here is gonna make Miyu look real good. Like they're gonna make Miyu look real good. Like they're there just to do the job and go on from there. That's what we say in pro wrestling, is that this person is a talent enhancer over here. That's what they make the other person look real good. And that's what I think is going to happen when you got somebody who's 7-7, 500 fighter. Now, again, I could be wrong. This could just mean that, hey, you know what? She has 15 fights. That's good experience. Because I think Miyu...
I think she's coming off a loss in her most recent fight as well, but it was tournament final.
It was a tournament,
it's no shame in dropping that fight.
What's going on? Because I was just trying to think. I'm like, because Miyu, I think, has... Was it? Yeah, Miyu has 12 fights. So, so her opponent does have more fights. So that means more experience. But again, though, who are they fighting? Like, say, Miyu was just in the tournament. What was her opponent doing? So I think this is the fight for Miyu. Hey, if I'm wrong, hit me up in the comments. Let me know. All right.
Yeah, that's the thing. But I think Miyu, and this is what we're talking about: better wins, better losses. Like even Miyu's losses, no shame in any of that. Those are all world title contenders. And then before that, she was just fighting former champions. Okay, great. Like that's awesome. But yeah. Krush 142 always brings it. Make sure to check out Krush. And then the big show, the show that we've never been able to contextualize. What the fuck? I don't know how to talk about this show. There's singing, there's dancing, there's Hit It, brought to you by Rico Verhoeven. He's going to be fighting Hesdy Jurges, who he has fought before. Let's talk about, before we talk about the show itself, what do you think of the fight?
Another dub for Rico. To me, again, this is, like I just said, another talent enhancement fight for Rico Verhoeven.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm saying, dude, he already fought Hesdy, beat him. There's nothing to it. To me, again, like I said, Rico was coming off the injury to his eye from Jamal Ben Sadiq. Didn't really want to go up against anybody that maybe could hurt him again. So he was like, oh, yeah, sure, Hesdy Gerges. Hesdy still has a name. I really want to say, too, I think this is Hesdy's retirement fight as well. I think he's going to retire after this. I think, and that's what people were saying, or he was saying. So to me, man, you could see where Hesdy's trying to go all out. It's his final fight. Let's bring it. but I still don't think he's going to have anything for Rico. Rico's just going to walk through him, call it a day.
Yeah, that's the thing when we're talking about things like, these are heavyweights. Anything can happen when you're going all out to try to win or the championship or trying to like really end your career on a win. Anything can happen. But someone like Hezzy Georges, his best years, like he's been. Yeah, I was surprised that he was still actively fighting. You know what I mean? Like he's been out of his best years for a little while, and sometimes Rico is quite hittable. He is a hittable fighter at times. He takes too many shots when he doesn't need to. But yeah, I can't pick against Rico in this one. Like you said, this is a talented.
Yeah.
Anything to say for the co-main event? Denise Kielholtz versus Lorena Kickin.
Keyholtz all day, man. Miss Dynamite, like I told you, man. I've been down with Miss Dynamite since the Enfusion days, you know. So I always got to rock with Keyholtz.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Let me ask you. So you've been around for a minute. You've covered all the combat sports, from professional wrestling to MMA, kickboxing. I still remember the Affliction shows, and I still remember K1 Dynamite in the United States. These kind of events that Rico's putting on, where there's, I think, stand-up comedies on it, or there's a band on it, and then we're going to get to the fights. The experience that I've had at those events, or watching those events, is that this is kind of corny, this is kind of lame. Am I wrong? Do you have a different experience of like remembering Affliction differently, or K1 Dynamite is like, no, that was actually really fun? Those didn't catch on, in my defense.
To me, I feel like it depends on, I want to say, where you are, because you want to think about, because like, say, in Japan, those things were huge, Dynamite, you know, like when they would do those shows, you know, Dynamites and stuff like that, when they would do it. And then even here in the US, like even like Triller was doing that with their boxing fights, you know, with Jake Paul. They would have concerts and everything like that. So to me, it's like, I feel like saying like in America or the North America, it's not, because I feel like in North America, you're here really just to see the action. Like you just want to see the action. Like you're not looking for a different show, like different things. But maybe in the Netherlands, you know, it could be, I mean, maybe in the Netherlands, it's something new. Like I want to say this could be the first thing of it trying to happen. So maybe we got to see how what people think of it, you know?
Who played at Affliction band? I mean, it wasn't like Papa Roach or Limp Bizkit or something like that. Does no one else remember this?
I honestly, I don't remember the bands being there. I do remember the fights, but I don't remember there being like a mini concert going on.
Yeah, and I think it was K1 Dynamite. Megadeth maybe played a Affliction band with Fedor and Tim Sylvia. I think K1 Dynamite USA had a live DJ. And there's been some weird stuff. But yeah, like you said, maybe because this might be the first show of this nature in the Netherlands, that it has a lot of novelty. So it'll be a fun show. And honestly, if everything kind of clicks, whatever, that's cool. As long as everybody enjoys it. It's a live event, to sell pay-per-views. You got to put some names out there. So, if you try something else and it works, good job.
Yeah.
Proud of you guys. Happy for everybody. Anything else we need to cover off before we head out of here, Mr. Cuttino?
Nah, man. Yeah, guys. I guess, man. Just make sure you hit up the shop. Fighter First Out Shop. Get the merch. Support the show. And then, hey, man. Just I guess just stay tuned to the socials. Might have some fight news coming soon for you guys. We'll see.
Ooh, just teasing.
Everything is just in the works still.
Oh, man, just teasing us away. Mr. Cuttino, hugely appreciate your time. Folks, make sure to check out the links below. And Brandon, I will see you in 2 weeks.
Yes.
Thanks so much.